Sunday, guys. Alright, today's Thursday, March 30th, I think. We are in San Bernardino, California. Southbound 215 freeway at the 210 now. And it's time to make a delivery. Sam's Club DC in Colton. Yeah, that place. I'm there all the time. Now, last time I was there, when I picked up my load the other day, I did not vlog it because I figured, oh yeah, I'm always there anyway. Nothing to really see, or nothing new to really see. But then it turns out there, was stuff worth posting. If not, just some kind of boneheadish trucker type of stuff or rookie trucker kind of stuff worth watching. And if it's not people who know me through other places or other people watching the channel, I also get a lot of people watching who are newer to the industry too. They like seeing, maybe seeing the world through a trucker's eyes or something. Well, there was plenty of content to be had there. I ended up saving the data, but at least the interesting stuff, or the semi-interesting stuff on there. Although the last things I see while trucking video that I posted did not get so many views on it. The previous one did. Got more than I normally see, but the last one was smaller, lower viewers. So I'm not sure what triggered that, but so be it. Maybe it is. Maybe it has stuff you like. Maybe it doesn't. I know a lot of people like to watch those just for my reactions to stuff, more so than anything else. So whatever the case. Anyway, we're down almost into downtown San Bernardino now, and alright, so I picked up this load from George's Chicken, basically, in I think it's George's Foods, or I don't know what it is, a chicken plant in Cassville, Missouri. That would be the last video you saw me post as well. If you watched all of that video, you might have noticed after I picked the load up that I talked about how I seriously doubted my weights were going to have any kind of problems, because the last pallets were far enough in where you could easily fit another row of pallets, if not even 2 rows of pallets. Yeah, let's just run into each other there. At the end, on the back of the trailer, and my load pressure gauge here, or my suspension load gauge, was giving me indications that, give me suggestions that it was okay. Yeah, it wasn't quite so okay, and this, well, kinda. I'm going to show you the scale ticket here. I'll say I was quite surprised by what I came up with. Now, usually, I'll scale the load first and then refuel. But in this case, when I got to the Loves in Neosho, Missouri, I forgot to get on the scale before going to the fuel island, and I had already set up my fuel purchase. So by the time I realized, oh shit, I forgot to scale my load. So I just said, fuck it, my weight's probably fine. The build weight was 41 something. I figured I'd be around 75, maybe 76,000 pounds, and would have no problems anyway. Everything I saw between the inside and the back of the trailer and the load pressure gauge and all that were telling me I was probably okay anyway. Not quite so. So you see here on this scale ticket screenshot there, man, I came really close to 80,000 pounds. After, this was a full tank of fuel. I ended up scaling at 79.9. 12,000 on the steers. And I have a fixed position fifth wheel on top of that, so I can't move it. And then, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and slide over as soon as this Tesla goes by. Dude, don't try to pass me on the right when you saw my turn signal on already, dipshit. Don't think I didn't see you drifting right like you were going to move over there. Now they're getting behind me. I see why they're moving over, but so that's a big problem that people have is they don't pay attention to turn signals. I have no less than about 5 lights on that truck, on that side of the truck and trailer, that light and that flash. Got the one on the tail, got the side marker on the trailer, and then I have the turn signal on the back of the tractor. And then I have there's another light over here on my fairing, and then there's a side marker at the front of the tractor. So there's at least 5 lights there I can think of that'll all flash, but I'll be damned how many people don't actually notice that. Anyway, yeah, this load was a perfect example of why you should always scale your loads, especially if they are heavy. I generally have a rule of thumb if the build weight is over, let's say 35,000 pounds, I usually scale the load no matter what. Because you never know. And actually there are times where the build weight does not match what the actual weight is. This was exactly a case. If I scaled at 79.9 gross, then I was really, I really got loaded with a 45,500 or, even closer to, maybe even close to 46,000 pound load. But like I said, the build weight was only 41.7, something like that. I had another load when I was still driving for Sear England. Dude, I will fuck you up, car. You wanna be a fucking asshole? I'll be a fucking asshole too. My lane's ending. Slow your ass down, you fucking piece of shit. Alright. Anyway, God, I fucking hate motherfuckers like that. Yeah, he was sitting there eyeballing me too as he was coming up. Oh, you think you're gonna pull a fast one and cut me off, don't you? Yeah, that won't happen. I'll go ahead and try it now. There's a fucking, you're not going to get very far with the minivan and slow van over here. My exit's coming up to Rancho Avenue. Anyway, I had a load when I was still with Sear England. I had picked up out of Laredo. I remember it was a 3-bagger. First delivery was to some animal technology place in Tyler, Texas. This was also the weirdest load I ever did. It was a load of horse meat and horse serum. Now, when I first picked it up and I saw that BOL said horse meat on it, I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't know it was even leaving a haul horse meat, but when I realized what kind of customer it was, and when I get to that first drop, and the lady there tells me what they do with this stuff, basically it's like a lab. They do scientific research on. Basically, I tainted horse meat or whatever, and then they have this, this serum with something in it. I don't know, some kind of possible drug that they're trying to test for approval, or I don't even know. But my understanding is they basically inject this serum into the horse meat, and then they do whatever their studies on it in the lab to see how it reacts and all that kind of stuff. And anyway, there were 3 drops. There was all the same stuff, and there was, I guess, 3 different labs, but they were all associated with each other, even though they had different customer names. Okay, anyway, with that load, I never ended up making it to the 2nd and 3rd drops, because the 2nd drop was like in Edwardsville, Illinois, or something one of those towns in Illinois just east of St. Louis. I don't remember the exact town it was, but it's one of those cities over there. And the final drop was someplace in Pennsylvania. Yeah, I don't remember for the life of me what exact city that was, or even what part of Pennsylvania it was even in. But whatever the case, there was 3 drops, and alright, so the build weight was, I think, 29,000 pounds. But when I left the place I picked it up, I think I picked it up out of our second drop yard there. If you guys drive for Sea England, you know what I'm talking about. Not the main terminal there off of Sarah Road, but the other one that's a block over and a block down. But anyway, yeah, I ended up like when I hook up and eventually start pulling the trailer. I'm like, man, this feels heavier than a barely 30,000 pound load. Because you can tell the difference. A 20,000 pound load versus 30 versus a 40. When you're launching off of lights and stop signs and stuff, there's a big difference between 20 and 40, and then it's not so noticeable difference between 30 and 40,000, but it's still noticeable. So I'm launching from stops, and I'm thinking, man, this trailer feels like it's definitely heavier than 30,000 pounds. And the truck I had that at the time also had a load suspension gauge on it. This was the same truck that was used in my #1 watched video. That double blindside backing. Alright. So, anyway, I ended up stopping at the TA there on the north side of town to scale it. And it ended up scaling where I basically amounted to about 40,000 pounds, not 29. So I was way off. And on top of that, it was a very tail-heavy load. I ended up having, I recall having to have the tandems all the way back. I think maybe one hole back from the very back setting or something, real close to the rear, totally back end setting. To get it to scale right, or to balance it out or whatever as best I could. I can't remember where I had to have it to be legal, but I know I remember having to slide the tandems all the way back for one purpose or another. Whether it was to be legal or for ideal balancing, I don't know. But first drop, I picked it up in Texas. First drop was in Texas. So I wasn't concerned about where the tandems were at. It was legal to run that way, and I'm not a fan of driving around with the tandems all the way back like that. But I knew what I was doing with with pulling a trailer with tandems all the way back. So not a big deal. Just got to do some extra preparing for it. But then again, when I got into Tyler, there was a right turn I had to make that was not so easy to make either, even with tandems forward. And I had to make that turn with the tandems all the way back. So that was not a fun time. And then I dock in. Oh my God, this was one of the weirdest dock setups. Because I ended up facing southbound and almost just about into the cross street for my setup. And then I backed up and basically had to do a side 180 from that setup to hit the dock door. And the parking lot was not that big, and so what I ended up doing was I ended up bumping the dock with my tractor in the 90-degree, the jackknife position on purpose. So there'd be room. Around the front end of me for if anybody needed to come in. They could still drive into the lot. And on top of that, when I first got there was another truck already bumped up on the dock there, and I was just parked off to the side, like in front of the house that's right on the north side of there. And the lady had told me that, because she lives in the house right there, and she, I guess, runs the place. And she was telling me, yeah, there's a third truck that's supposed to be coming here. I'm going to have to unload him first if he shows up, but we'll get to you as soon as we can. The other truck ended up not being, I guess he was running late, wasn't going to be there until like 1 in the afternoon. And I was already there like 9 in the morning, or 8 in the morning. Yeah. So she went ahead and had them unload me for second after the first truck that was already in there. Alright, so we do have a number of trucks in line here. I see the Thind group, whatever. I don't know how that's pronounced. Owl something, OWL something. Alright, so not as usual. Pretty good line of people trying to get in here. In the mornings, all the Sam's Club deliveries come in, and it always ends up like this, a big crowd of trucks. It's not as bad this morning as I've seen it in the past. Sometimes I've actually had to wait in line from all the way over there on Agua Road just to even get into here. So there's a good number of trucks here, but it's not, like I said, not nearly as bad as I've seen it. Alright guys, we are checked in here. Don't have a dock door assignment yet though. So what we're going to do is check in at the office. At door one, in between doors 117 and 118, and then we will hopefully get a dock door assignment from them. It's the whole shit show here, as you see. Really don't want to be checking in, parked over here, blocking anything. I'm half tempted with everything that's going on there. Who knows how long it's going to be before I can even really get in. I might even just stop right here and run my bills up real quick, and maybe I'll get a door assignment by then. But speaking of, they've been enforcing reflective vest policy here recently. Kind of off and on, it seems, but yeah, there's been the more hardcore on enforcing it when I've been coming here. So make sure you have a vest with you before you get here if you've never been here before. Okay, actually what I'm going to go ahead and do is probably stop over here, kind of where I believe I'll be enough out of the way where the trucks, the inbound trucks behind me can still get in, because maybe they have dock doors already, but or something. And what is that guy doing? All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and check in right here. And let you know when we're ready to actually move toward a dock door or something, or go park in a drop spot or something as soon as we can. Alright guys, so I got checked in and was told to go ahead and dock into door 122. However, she said they had not yet called the driver yet who's already in that door. They were getting ready to call him in to get his bills. 122 is down there a few doors over from the office on the other side of it. I don't know, from my best I can tell, it looked like they might have vacated it by now, but I couldn't tell for sure. I do see a silver KW JCT there. It's probably my really good friend David, if I'm not mistaken. I know he's here delivering right now. We'll find out in a second, but yeah, I can't quite tell if door 122 is vacant or occupied, but we'll give it a try. I know there was someone else docking into an adjacent or real close to 122. I don't know if they were docking into 123 or what. But yeah, I'm right in that neighborhood there. It's Let's wait for her to finish getting. It looked like her tractor's not squared up right, but her. Yeah, I think she might have to reset. It doesn't look like her tractor's squared up properly with the trailer. Or I can tell by her drive tires. I think. We're good. Yeah, she just gave me a thumb up signal. I can go ahead and go too. So. Then got this Volvo driver getting impatient. Like, dude, I don't know if this guy's gonna reset. This lady's gonna reset. Yeah, this 4569 is my good friend David. Look like, yeah, look like the door's still occupied. So 118, 19, 20, 20. All right, so look, it'll be that burgundy Freightliner. That would be the one that's in door 122. I would have thought he would have. Oh, he's in his truck right now. He might be waiting for Sear England to leave with his trailer or something, or. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's going on there. He can't leave because Sear England's tractor's in his way. Okay, let me, oh, I can't tell if Sear England's trying to leave with, the one right in front of me is trying to leave, but they're worried about their tail swing. I might go ahead and get out and spot for them. Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's concerned about his tail swing hitting the adjacent trailer. Okay. Oh yeah, I've been here so many times. It's easy for me to get in and out of here.
If it wasn't for that damn trailer and me not being able to cut my steering wheel as far as I could over to the left, I would have been able to get in there. I was fixing to go. If y'all move that trailer, put me another door, you ain't getting shit.
Alright, now I can finally get in. Alright guys, we are finally ready to dock in here. I was correct. Prime was ready to pull out, but he couldn't get out because Sear England was busy picking up his trailer. Wait on this guy to go by, and then we should be good. Might have a little bit of difficult setup here because this other guy nosed in over there. Yeah, he's going to affect my setup area a little bit. I'm going to alter my setup just to. I have to modify my setup. This is not how I normally do them here. Stay creepy. Yeah, we have a winner. I don't know if I can chase it down fast enough, but it's trailer's looking really good. Oh man, this is looking pretty nice. Yeah, perfect. Alright, that's my buddy David right here in front of us. Alright, keep the rain out. Alright, we'll get disconnected and have some more on the way out. Alright guys, we're gonna pull out. We're done unloading already. I'm gonna pull out of the door, double check I got my load locks, and we'll get out of here. It's fucked up. Come here. What? Hop on in, I'll show you why I can't use my radio right now.
I can get in.
Yeah, it's open. Okay, so actually, let's go here. All right. See, all my SWRs are all over the place right now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if so either the antenna, either the coax got fucked up by them, whatever they were doing,
Uh-huh.
or I transmitted not knowing that it was disconnected. And but this radio supposedly has a protection circuit on it, so should not have messed up the radio, but I don't know for sure. But yeah, the receive quality is horrible. Like it's weak. Yeah, I don't pick up as much of the skip stuff that I used to.
Yeah.
So there's definitely something going on, and and transmitting, I sound like shit on other people's radios. So yeah, so I figured I'd just get it fixed. They haven't even responded yet whether they want me to go ahead and just pick the load up or give it to someone else. I can't leave until England leaves. Oh, there it goes. Alright.
You have yourself a good rest of your day. Keep me tabbed on what they decide to get you to do.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind meeting up with you for another Long Island iced tea, because that wasn't bad.
Yeah, I might, I'm going to go wash out real quick, and then I might come right back down here if there's any room available at the truck stop and hang out there. Because I'm going to probably want to get reefer fuel there anyway.
Maybe they might tell you by the time you get over, tell you what they want to do by the time you get over to Trip Wash.
Hopefully, yeah.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
Alright guys, we are done unloading. We're finally ready to roll out of here. Load locks were good, but I couldn't leave right away because there was an England driver hooked up to a Walmart trailer over here that I couldn't make it out of my door until he left first. Alright, I'm going to need tail swing to clear this, yeah, we're good. Alright. Probably end up waiting on this other guy here to look like he's trying to, yeah, I know he's trying to dock in because dude, you don't have your doors open yet, and I'm supposed to wait for you? Yeah, I'm not waiting if you're not going to open your, where are you going? There's no dock door right here, so let me go find him. And I'm not going to have someone blocking the lane trying to open their doors when I could be going by. Like, that's rude. It's like, so if you want to be rude like that, I'll be rude too. I'll go around you. So like an old JCT trailer, 7320. That was not recent, not that long ago, sold to them, I bet. And he painted the reefer cowling red too to match his tractor. I think I've seen this truck before. In fact, I think I just saw him on I-40 on the way over this way. Yeah, in fact, I know I did, because that ag AG Trucking, whatever, and then I don't remember seeing the John Christner thing on it, but I know I remember seeing a trailer with a red cowling on it, and this tractor looks extremely familiar to me. But I know for sure I just saw this guy. I think yeah, it looks like we're good. No, he might be a little bit off with this tractor, but the trailer looks pretty good. This guy here looks like he might reset, but I'm gonna get out of the way fast. I'm gonna swing wide here so this Cargados guy can make his turn. Alright, we're going to come out here to the exits. Again, as always when I come here, it is, you use both sides of this guard shack to leave. You don't have to start moving forward and not look at where you're going. Alright, so see he's busy talking to somebody, so I'm going to go ahead and come out this way. And I know this guy too. I think his name's Chris. Yeah, I'm pretty sure his name's Chris, and I've talked to him before. I've not met him in person yet, but I know I've talked to him. Alright, we'll get checked out. Alright guys, let's get out of here. Yeah, we'll talk about what's coming up next. Make sure I was going to be clear of him. Alright, so I'm going to go up to the truck wash up the street and get my trailer washed out real quick. And then probably come back over here and hang out for a bit until I know more. But, yeah, they did offer me a pre-plan going from here this evening to Toma, Wisconsin. Problem is, I'm running on recaps. I got just over 9 hours left on my 70-hour clock right now, and I'm barely, I think, getting 210 back tonight, and then a little over 6 hours back tomorrow night. And ultimately, yeah, I went over my recaps, and because that load delivers in Toma on the 3rd, but see, those loads usually deliver in the earlier morning hours, and I'm going to need my April 3rd recaps in order to get there. In fact, I'm going to need at least 4.5 to 5 hours of them, and actually probably more like 6 hours, because with that, if I do take that load, I'm going to have to take I-40 over to US 54, because I-80 in Wyoming and Utah are expecting more snow again, and I'm not going to go, the entire state of Wyoming is expecting snow, and I'm not going to go driving across Wyoming with that kind of weather, because it never fails. The highway gets shut down because of crashes or blizzard conditions or whatever, snow drifts across the road. So I put myself through that. It's an extra 90 miles if I take 40 over to 54. But less likely, and I know that route's not really going to have much for weather, so I'm not concerned this guy's stopping. Okay, so we're good. So I'm going to more than likely end up rejecting the load. I already sent a message telling them about the concern. You know, kind of trying to throw it in the lap of the planner and see if they wanted me to take it anyway, and know that they have that caveat or whatever, but then I just got a message from I think one of the weekend DMs, it looked like, asking if I wanted him to send over the load info. I'm like, no, because I'm pretty sure the earliest I can get there is 0600-ish or somewhere in that ballpark, and I know those loads always deliver in the early morning hours, so I don't think I can make on-time delivery. So when I get up here to the truck stop, the truck wash, good number of trucks over in the truck stop right now. Take a glance over at Farmer Boys as we're passing by, because might be able to park there. If not, damn it, this pickup went by, caught up a little bit too fast. Thank you. Okay. So more likely, yeah, when I get up here to the truck wash, I'm gonna just go ahead and reject that pre-plan. So I'm not gonna really be able to know for sure what's gonna go on next. I also have a concern about that load with, I need a 10-hour break sooner at some point in time. Yeah, I can do a split, kind of, but if I do 7 hours, it has to be 7 hours in sleeper berth, and I'm not getting that opportunity. So I'm doing, it's going to be more of a 3+ hour split, and I'm not going to be able to run very many miles before I run out of clock and have to do at least a 7. And like, where do I get sleep? So I'm not really liking that pre-plan at all. I'd rather, especially with my recap situation, I'd rather wait till tomorrow to reload if that's going to be the case. These Walmart loads, I wouldn't mind doing this Walmart load, especially with I'm already here, but they don't tend to have enough time on them to work with for me to be able to handle them on recaps. I mean, I can usually get them there to the customer with several hours to spare if I don't have HOS delays that work to slow me down, but I'm going to have HOS delays, and so it puts me in a bad situation there. But I at least try to give them the option, if there aren't any other drivers available who can cover that load, who have the hours to work with, I at least give them the opportunity, hey, before I reject this, I'm going to throw this in your lap so you can decide on whether it'd be better off giving that load to someone else or what. Because sometimes they just need a driver to cover a load because they don't have anybody to cover it. But we're in California, and there's usually no shortage of trucks in the area. You're more likely to have trucks sitting there in the area needing loads that aren't available than you are to have loads not having drivers. But at least in Southern Cal, Northern Cal, it can definitely be a little bit different there, where it's more likely you can have a pickup in the area up there, but no drivers in the area to cover it. And sometimes you're the only one in the area who can even do anything with it. So you're more likely to have a situation like that where hey, can you at least just get the load picked up and rolling, and then if you don't have the hours to work with, we'll find you a relay en route. So that's why I tend to at least give them the option of canceling it themselves, or at least give me some kind of communication. Hey, it's okay, go ahead and pick it up, and we'll set you up a relay or something. But I'm not getting any communication back, except for that one message way after the fact from weekend DM, or what I think is a weekend DM, but based on the name, I'm pretty sure it's one of the weekenders, even though it's Thursday, so I'm not sure what he'd be doing there. So, given that, I'm going to probably just go ahead and reject it on account of HOS, alright? So that said, I don't know what I'm doing next. I don't know if I'll be picking up here tonight something else, or maybe they give me some kind of communication that actually works. But I think they'd be better off if I just wait till tomorrow to reload, because I can't go very far on the next couple of days anyway. Alright, I'm going to let you all go. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this one. Again, this was a really fast delivery. I was barely in the dock door over an hour before I was already getting my bill. So, alright, I will see you guys another time. If it's another Colton pickup, I probably will not vlog it. Might do a compilation thing or something, right? Otherwise, if it's somewhere else, plan on seeing a pickup vlog of wherever that happens to be. Alright, y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.